super exciting.
Oh, okay. We're live. I don't know how to tell if anyone's here. So,
There are like 5 people on YouTube.
oh, really?
It says it's waiting for you on my end.
Is there another one? Did I like start a second one?
Yeah, you did.
I don't know how to fix it.
Oh, I do see
Do you see people here?
No.
No.
There's such a delay.
Well, that's annoying. I don't know how to like.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Oh, that's your dog. I was like, what is that noise? Let me view this.
Did you send me a different link?
No, I don't know. It's not going well.
Anyway, welcome to whoever's here. Okay, we're doing a different link now.
Oh, hey, someone's here. Can I show these comments? Yay!
Okay, I'm gonna repost this in the Discord for those who are in that one.
Can you also put it in the nano?
Yeah.
I forgot that. Oh. Yeah. This is a mess already.
It's okay. It's our first one, so we're just learning.
Yes, please bear with us. We're just trying to figure out. I accidentally started like a brand new one, and then I think people were waiting on the old video, but I don't know how to like use StreamYard to cast to that one, so we'll just have to. Jasmine, can you comment on the old one?
Yep, I just chatted and set the link.
Okay.
Yeah, let me go to our nano group because I think there's probably some people there too.
Probably.
Ooh.
I said I was going to
scrivener ready, so I'm like, halfway there.
Oh. There we go. Thanks, girl. Appreciate the support. All right. Hopefully we'll get everyone over here on this one.
Yeah, I think so.
But if not, I suppose we can just... We'll have to see how other people do this and learn from them and be better.
Oh my gosh. So, Mo, have you already gotten in some writing today, or is this going to be, kicking off the evening's writing? If it is evening where you are.
My dog is about to bark a lot, so.
Just mute.
Mute. I'm gonna mute myself.
There is like enough of a delay where now I'm like, what did I just say? Go back in time a little bit.
I don't think we can rewind this. Okay.
Yeah, same. I've been working all morning, and so then it's kind of like my afternoon break period, and I'm like ready to write.
Okay, I'm checking on YouTube.
I'm like ready to write.
Oh wow, that's so. Where did it go? Sorry. I think it's so laggy. I was looking at it on YouTube and it's like completely.
Yeah. But I guess so our main plan is that at 4:15 we're gonna start a 20-minute timer. That way it gets time for people to come in, and then we'll be writing for like 20-minute sprints 5-minute break should be enough for everyone to like, refill a glass of water or whatever. And then we'll just keep going. We'll do that. I don't know. What do you think? Like three to 5 times or so.
Yeah, as many as we can fit in before you have to go, I think.
Yeah, I have a virtual film club after this, but it's nice to get all my writing in where I can.
Okay, it looks like we've got more people. Hello. All
Oh,
right.
and then wait, that's my cat, Serenity. She's just doing brainstorming this evening.
Very helpful for our writing. Yes, my dog is here as well.
Oh, you kind of see her.
Cool. Yeah, she's hiding in the blanket.
Camera shy.
A little bit. Cool. So I guess we can go ahead and get started. I was thinking, Jinx, do you want to do we could do like a little bit of an intro for like, I'll go ahead and go first, I guess. But I'm Saoirse, so welcome to my channel. Obviously, I have my friend Jinx here. So her channel link should be in the description already. And also, I put the link to our Discord in there as well. So if you want to join our Discord server, which you should, definitely should. And that link shouldn't expire. I checked the box that makes it so it doesn't expire. So we should be good there. Yeah, I think for that, we're just trying to kind of build a community for people to just kind of chat about writing and hopefully do some writing sprints that are just a little bit more chill and laid back and just kind of anyone can start them kind of thing. And yeah, I will chat a little bit about the project I'm working on. It's a fantasy novel. It's book 1 in a series. And my goal for Camp Nano is to do 25K. And I'm already at 10K, so feeling pretty good about that. So I'm thinking about kind of upping my goal, but so far it's going really well. Yeah, Jinx, do you want to?
Yeah, so I have been working on this mystery story based off of like a real story, and it's kind of nice because there isn't too much information available about it. So I'm letting my imagination kind of run wild. I kind of like that there are a lot of like facts that I need to stick to because then it can be very like my story and not like kind of just rewriting the news. And so yeah, I actually write a lot of it longhand, like on paper, and so that's why I haven't really been updating my word counts because it takes forever to count all my words on paper. But I really like writing with a pen. But today I'm gonna stick to the computer just so I kind of have everything all in one place. So hopefully that'll mean higher word counts today. But yeah, that's really what I've been working on, and I don't know, I'm just excited to kind of start typing away here.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, if you guys want to let us know what you're working on in the comments too, and update us after all the sprints on how many words you guys got, would love to see that. I don't know, should we just go ahead and get started?
Yeah, let's start like a 20-minute sprint, and there is a little bit of a delay, so that'll leave people a few seconds to get started, and maybe get a few extra seconds at the end. I don't know how time works. I've been watching like Dark on Netflix, and there's a lot of time travel going on, so that's time is imaginary, you guys.
Okay.
So for the purposes of this, we'll finish up at 4:35 Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, let's do 20 minutes. I'm going to attempt to share this timer. Hopefully, that doesn't look super pretty, but we'll start this. So go ahead and start it. Yay.
Right? Yeah, so that way, whatever time zone you're in, we're all on the same page.
Hopefully.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to mute myself.
Ooh, smart idea. Okay, but yeah, everybody feel free to comment as you're going. That way we have something to talk about the next break.
Yeah. All right. Happy writing.
see like the 5-second countdown. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're almost there.
I think I was muted, but it was beeping at me.
Yeah.
I'll turn that off. All right. How did everyone do?
Oh gosh.
Let's see. It looks like. Ooh, hey girl. Awesome. Okay. Sorry, I'm just now going through all these comments. Okay, Jinx, how did you
Oh yeah, I just
do?
posted. I got up to 567, though there were a couple like notes to myself that I wrote in there as I was going, just so that I wouldn't have to like go to a different page and enter those somewhere else. But yeah, so it's definitely not pretty, but it's all down on paper, all on the computer. So yeah, normally because I said I like to write by hand, doing it on the keyboard, I'm just like, woo, and it looks really neat. So I feel like I would also like to know how many pages of paper this would be.
Yeah. Let's see. I got 565 words. So I feel like that's pretty average for me. So, but
Woo.
was
Awesome.
definitely like getting stuck and distracted on.
I know my dog kept barking, and I was like, "What are you barking at?" And I'm just like trying to ignore him. But yeah, I had asked earlier, like what people's like genres are that they're writing about. So it looks like we have some historical fiction, fantasy horror. I love like scary movies, so I'm definitely like, let me know more about that.
I'm
Historical
intrigued.
fiction, I feel like it's hard. Like what year? I guess is Layla, like what year are you writing about? Because I feel like there's just so much research when it comes to historical fiction, but I definitely had a phase where I would like almost exclusively read historical fiction. So yeah, it's a good genre. I like both of those.
It's definitely
And a
something I
fantasy romance.
need to look into more. I am not a horror person, but I'm intrigued by this fantasy horror.
I'd watch the show for sure.
And definitely, yes, urban fantasy romance, right up my alley. Love it.
Right. We were talking about how like awkward it is to share romance scenes with like your, future audience that probably includes your parents.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That would be
if you
like
guys
the one
have
reason
experienced that already, but
that would be the one reason I like couldn't write it. I'd be like, nope, no. But I don't know. Anyways.
oh my gosh, the 1950s. I love that. That reminds me of like Pleasantville and stuff. But yeah, such a good. I love whenever things go back to the 50s. I love their outfits. I love like just the whole like, I don't know, vibe of that decade. It's far enough back where it feels like kind of foreign. You're like, how did people behave like this and like why? But there's a little bit of like, dramatic, like there's a good way to look at it where it's like, oh, I can see how like parts of that are like cute, but then other times you're like, dang, like women definitely did not have a great time in the 50s.
These are like all things that I'm very excited to hopefully read at some point.
Right? I know if we can all wrap up this camp, or if people like, if you're writing during camp but then maybe planning on editing this during like November or whatever that's like, if you guys have done this before and like kind of what your trajectory is, definitely share. That's kind of something like where I don't always look very far into the future. And so I'm like, where will this be, like in a few weeks? And then, what will my in between nanos look like? Because now that we're kind of getting into the habit of like July's writing, I'm like, yeah, I feel like I could, I found a way to keep it up with work. And I would like to continue to keep that up because I've definitely had just not as much motivation writing when I'm working. And so
we have to keep it up. Gotta do our writing sprints so we can all keep this up. Keep
yeah.
up.
Plus, like, August is like my least favorite month for being outside. Like, it's just too hot and gross. So, the more
Hey, you
writing I
guys are
can
right.
do, the better.
Okay, Mo killed it. So
Right? Geez, 7:48. That's awesome.
dang, jelly.
Cool. Well, I guess we're at our 5 minutes already. I was like, oh, it's all flew by.
Okay, is everybody ready for round two?
Round two.
Then we'll pick up where we left off with our chat.
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
let me
More timer.
reset the timer. Hold up, everyone.
I have
Oh,
like 2 points of view that I'm working on, and so I'm kind of wondering. I think I'm gonna flip between the two so that I can keep them on the same like
ooh,
timeline for the.
that's a good idea. Like each sprint, you can like flip back and forth.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
All right. Here we
let's
go.
go, everybody! Yay! Yay!
Amazing.
All right. Let us know how you all did. Let's
I feel
see.
like I got just a teensy bit more like, so the last one was 567, the 581. So definitely seeing that average.
I need to do some math and see. Okay, I got about 630 words that time. Got a little bit more momentum going. Good.
I know it's kind of nice once you like start like kind of entering your scene, then I don't know, I always feel like the back of my brain is doing more work than like the front of my brain that's typing. And then on the next round, I'm like, okay, cool. I have all these ideas saved up from last time that I can now like start writing. And
Yeah. I feel like
it
I
all
like
catches
need
up.
to get started and then things just start to flow.
Ooh, oh, nice. Hit 12K like all together for your camp project. That's awesome. I I don't know like how much of this I'm going to use, but I've at least got a lot to work with so that even if I edit a lot of it, there will still be a nice chunk.
Sorry, I had to close my work computer because I still had it open. All right. Where were we? I think we were looking at pop this up on the screen. Ooh. So I feel like that's gonna be my timeline too, is like hopefully finishing in August and then being able to edit. But do y'all take breaks? Like I've never actually finished anything, so I'm like, for those of you who are more experienced, do you take a break after you finish something and then like come back to it later to edit?
Right, compared to like getting it all out of the way at the same time, or
I
like
feel like,
how long do you sit on it?
yeah, I would need a break for sure to kind of like, I don't know, just do
Like
something
see
else.
it from a different perspective.
Yeah. Okay. I think my thing is like super laggy because it's like all coming in now, but that's awesome. That's about where I'm at. 654. That's really cool as well. I think I'm about 12K to almost now, maybe not quite. That's also good. 10K. Like that. Yeah, that makes sense. Like you don't want to lose any momentum, but with a break, but I think that's probably what I'll aim for too. Hopefully. And then Jinx and I can edit each other's stuff.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so embarrassing. I'll be like, look at it. Yeah, I feel like that's definitely like whenever I've been telling like my friends that I'm doing this, they're like, "Ooh, cool, can I see you?" And I'm like, nope, nope, no, you can't.
No, not yet. Not anytime soon. Maybe
Yeah,
later.
right. I definitely like I do like to share like once I have it. But when it's in progress, I'm like, this is like reading my diary or something.
Right. It's
Actually, that was something I was thinking of like while it's recording and I'm typing, like I feel like I make a lot of faces of like what I'm thinking about. And I'm like, can people hear my thoughts like while I'm writing? If you guys can, just don't tell me. I don't want to know.
I'm pretty sure I'm just having a resting bitch face the whole time. So that's just what it
Called
looks like.
serious writing face.
That's better. That's what it should be called.
Yeah, we should have like a thread where we all post our like very concentrated writing faces.
Oh my gosh. That would be, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. As far as like critique partners go, I feel like I saw a forum thread on Nano about it. I don't know if it's still like live. Um, like our writing group doesn't necessarily like we haven't had anyone ready for the critique part of it yet. But that's something we could definitely bring up like as we get to the end of July, seeing if other people are kind of like up to critique others, and that would be cool to kind of help set up because getting like beta readers, like it's just kind of hard to get enough people who are like serious enough about reading and writing that they're like, okay, I'm willing to read it and not just be like, oh yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I think too, like for our Discord server, we can set up like channels for different genres or set up like roles for different genres or something so that people can kind of tell like, oh, I'm writing fantasy, you're also writing fantasy. Maybe we can, I don't know, kind of workshop each other's work or things like that as we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely want people to be able to find like critiquing partners and workshopping groups like through our Discord server, hopefully as we get more people kind of in there.
Yeah. And there should be like enough downtime obviously between like November and now that we can kind of spend, like if people do like to kind of take a little break from their work before editing and then take, like another month to kind of polish it up and get it ready to read, then by like October there should be a lot of reading and editing going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you guys have your November project already? Like, are you already thinking about it or?
Oh.
I'm thinking about book 2 for me, but that's that's still.
Yeah, I need to go back to my one from last year that I started because I just never really like finished it. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep working on this like after Nano's over, and then I like moved and it was just like a big like I had too much going on, and now I'm like, I think I think it's not even necessarily having the time, but making the time, and I feel like I've been doing a good job of making the time to write, and I think I can keep that up.
Yeah. I feel like November might be a little bit harder for me, just I feel like there's more going on, but that's why building the habit now during July, and then just gonna,
Yeah, that is true because it's like a lot of people like Thanksgiving is a big November to do, and with I don't know what Thanksgiving is going to look like this year. Like, are people really going to be flying and visiting family? Because if not, then there might be a lot of boring fall nights where it gets dark at like 3 p.m.
Writing by light. Yeah, I think I keep forgetting that like quarantine is still going to be a thing for quite a while. At least it should be. But
yeah, that is something I did decide. Like in my last video, I was like, oh, like I'm not sure if I will stick with quarantine or not, or if I'll just kind of like forget it's a thing while I'm writing. Like it just won't be a part of it. But I decided to go ahead and stay with it just because, like, even now in real life, like from behind, I can tell when someone's wearing a mask or not. And like just like the fact that that's part of like my life now is like so fascinating. And like it would be super interesting to read like way off in the future when obviously we've all like got vaccinations and are immune to it or whatever. Then I'll be like, wow, I can't believe life was like that.
I'm guessing that people will just be a little bit more like, because I feel like some like Asian countries are like way more like they're already used to wearing masks. I feel like maybe that'll just be us too in America finally get on board with the masks. But
yeah, I feel like I watch a lot of like dystopian like films, and that's usually like a part of it that like a lot of people will be masked up, and it's like now we know why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ooh, yeah. So it looks like some other people are writing series and kind of planning on that for November.
Yeah.
Yeah, November is like far enough away where I'm just like, do I want to think about it? No, but do I have an abandoned project I could get back to? Yes.
Yeah, I feel like with book 2 and any other books in this series that I'm writing, like I'm gonna have to start outlining them because like I hate when you can tell when like they're like you can just like tell when certain things are like, oh, they just decided to like go that direction. I feel like that happens more with like TV shows, but
Yeah.
sometimes with like books, I feel like too. So I want to have things planned out and things that happen in the first book still be like relevant to.
Oh yeah, I've definitely read some books where like you couldn't even tell they were in the same series, where I'm just like, I liked your first book and now your second book is so different that like I don't like it. So it's definitely a good idea to kind of like keep that second one in mind as you're writing the first one for a series. So yeah, good idea to finish or start one before you finish the other one, so you kind of know where to finish the other one and where to start the next one.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I need to practice my outlining skills. I'm like, just, yeah, definitely a pantser. So,
Ooh,
but
yeah,
it's like
people.
a really fun. So that's at least good. We can do it together, guys. We can start second books and.
Yeah, I
Okay.
do think that's funny because like it looks like a lot of people are writing like series and stuff, and that was one thing that Saoirse and I were noticing about like our Goodreads history is like she's definitely a series person. I'm definitely like a one and done person.
I
So
like to
it's
get invested in my characters
right. I know,
and
like
with
to let them
other
live forever.
like when
um,
it's even trilogies seem like too short sometimes when I really love the characters. I'm like, no, I need more.
I need at least 17 books. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I feel like those series I actually like can't get into, like Game of Thrones and what's the other one that's like 12 books? It's like
Is it
Wheel
like
of
the Wheel of Time or
Time.
something? My
Yeah.
mom really loves like all of them.
I've just like never been able because then they like drag things out too much and I'm like, no thanks.
Yeah, and a lot of like kind of more like classic like fantasy series are all like a bunch of old dudes and I'm like, I don't want to read that.
Right? I need some diversity in my reading. I've been trying to work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've definitely got another 20 in me. I will probably start off by grabbing, I bought this like seasonal pack of LaCroix at Costco, and there's like weird flavors like watermelon and limoncello and what's the other one?
Ooh.
Hibiscus. So I think I'm gonna try the hibiscus one because sounds interesting. That'll be my writing beverage for this next round.
Good. Good plan. I'm going with straight up water.
Classic.
Boring, but you know, whatever. All right. Yes, looks like we're right on the same page, Mo. Got our outlining. Need some outlining skills.
I do like outlining, but I can get obsessed with planning and just spend the whole time planning. And then, like, I'm like, wow, I didn't actually write anything besides the structure, and there's no content. It's a good place though. Like, it helps me really jump off. Like, once I do like start writing, and I just like I'll just pick a spot in the outline. I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna write about that scene today.
Yeah. I've been skipping all over the place because like I know certain parts of my story, but it's the parts in the middle that I'm like, oh, I'll go fill those out later. And now that I'm starting to do that, then my characters were like, just kidding. We're going off in this direction. I was like, oh, okay. We'll
Yeah, I definitely have like a couple places where I'm like, okay, this is point A and this is point B, but like they're not connected just yet, and so I need to figure out the middle.
All right. Shall we start another one?
Yep, let's launch in 20 minutes, but minus however long it takes me to run to my fridge and grab a can of sparkly water.
Right.
Okay.
Get this started. Wait for her to come back just to give her some time. All right, cool. Starting it now.
Okay. So like, what is it called? The backstage part of this shows 0 seconds, but then like the live part will show 8. So I think we have like an 8 second lag.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like everything's lagging for me because like people's comments show up like after I feel like you see them or something. I don't know. How many words I'll get?
Let's see. Wait, I like lost my like word count view. Wait, there it goes. Okay. I only got 449 this time. I was working on a lot like a dialogue heavy section. And I was just like, oh, this is so cliche, I can't say this. And then I'd be like, how else can I say this?
Sometimes dialogue is just like really hard for me, and then other times it like flows really like naturally. And I don't know, I'm like, can it just be natural all the time? That'd be great.
Yeah. It's like me like texting versus me like trying to have a conversation on the phone. I'm like, I don't know how to speak.
Pretty much. Okay, I got 703 words. So that was good.
Right.
I think
Good.
I don't know. I had a little bit of dialogue, but I think most of it was like descriptions and stuff. So
Yeah.
oh, I'm getting tired.
Right. It's definitely like a mental workout.
What time is it for everybody?
Oh yeah, what time zones are everyone in?
Like we're Pacific time, but I feel like I'm sure there's some other time zones out there.
Yeah, it looks like some people are saying like dialogue can be easy, but then like getting stuck whenever you kind of mess it up. Yeah, I was saying, like I'm just like, ew, I don't want to say it like that. Like that's something that's like a TV trope versus like how people actually talk. I watch too much TV, so like all my dialogue is based off of like I think that might be a future project actually is like a TV pilot or something because it would be fun to write something that I have only experience like consuming.
I feel like sometimes I'm like, maybe I should just do screenwriting because I could probably do that better than like other stuff. But yeah, no, it gets like, I don't know, it just gets so like, yeah. It's like if one thing sounds off and I'm like, well, this is not going how I planned it.
Yeah. Ooh, a lot of East Coasters.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Almost bedtime.
Ah. Yeah, I always feel like we're so behind just everything.
Oh yeah, like whenever things are like live, like Saturday Night Live, I would always think of and be like, wait, they're already like in the future.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I would love to live in like New Zealand or something. I'd be like, hi, I'm in tomorrow.
Right? That would be great. Yeah. So, okay, with outlining, like that's what I feel like what happened with me is like if I did outline, I feel like it would be, like I'd get all my details in and then as I'm writing, it would just end up like, just going completely off the rails.
Yep, definitely. It just kind of becomes its own like living thing, and it's like I will not conform to your plan.
Oh, man. Yeah. Thinking, man, it's hard. It's hard to do. What is everybody's like favorite time to write?
Oh yeah, like morning or evening.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a night owl. I'm just like, okay, now that it's time for me to go to bed, like my brain starts like coming up with all
Yeah.
these ideas, and I'm like, I just gotta write it out now, otherwise I'll definitely not remember it when I wake up. Yeah,
Like in the
yeah,
morning and at night is like when I, like am most creative. So I don't know, but I feel like I'm always like that's when I'm tired too. So
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I,
3
I'm
in
trying
the
to
morning.
trying to push through it. There's just something kind of like magical about like really late at night, just like the witching hour. Like it just feels like it's meant for creating.
Especially for yours because, you get
Yeah,
that
it's
kind of creepy factor.
mysterious. I need it to be creepy.
Do
Yeah.
you scare yourself? I feel like I
I
would do
creep
it.
myself out, and then like, especially if my dog just starts randomly barking at something at night, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the murder that I'm writing about for sure.
He knows what you're writing about, so he's coming for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I'm progressively writing later and later in the day because I keep forgetting to do it in the mornings.
Ooh, yeah. I think that like weekends when I don't have to work, the mornings I have a lot of time, but it takes me so long to wake up, like, and drink my coffee and make breakfast that not a good writing time.
No. But like also writing while you have coffee. So like I can't do that at night, but I love
Yeah.
having, so I should start just making myself some tea. Like not
Yeah, I
coffee.
have a favorite tea. My current I wish I had thought to bring it over here, but it's like a rose tea. I don't know. It feels very
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's what my brain does too. It's like, oh great, I was gonna get to bed on time tonight. Nope, just kidding.
no. And haunted by poltergeist. Yeah.
That's not okay.
Sometimes your writing comes to life. Like, isn't that like a book or a thing? Like you write about it, and then it's like, oh, and there's that, poltergeist I just made.
Gosh. There was like a what was it? Like a supernatural episode where like people would like create these rumors about like, like this scary house and then it started to come true. I'm like, no, that's
In
not
that case, I wish there was like a cleaning fairy
right.
instead of an evil poltergeist.
Hmm. Like a ghost that likes to cook for you or something.
Ooh, that would be great. I'm down. Yep.
All right. Should we do one more? Do you have time before you have to go?
I have time for one more. I can definitely feel like I'm losing my momentum a little bit. Maybe like a 15er instead of a 20. I don't know.
We can do 15. That's fine with me.
Okay. We'll do 15.
Maybe
Get
it'll
out,
help because
wrap
we'll
up
be in a
this
rush.
dialogue.
All right, let me get this set
Well,
up.
like it's like an argumentative like situation too, and so I'm like, well, hopefully I also like wrap up this like whole situation.
I feel like the really intense dialogue, like when characters are really like angry or like really upset about something, that's like,
Yeah,
I feel like it's so hard for me to write because I'm like, this sounds so cheesy or like
I'm
too
definitely that's
dramatic.
like I think I'm gonna have to like say it out loud later. I don't
Act
know
it
if anyone
out
else reads their
yourself.
dialogue out loud, or
Yeah.
like maybe you have somebody like act it out with you.
Yeah, just like, like it's like reading lines with, I don't
Exactly,
know.
a dramatic reading of your
Yeah.
book.
Okay. Reset this. Oh wait, we're doing 15? Okay. Hopefully everyone is ready. Let's kick this off. Yay!
My hibiscus water also was not gross, so I'm happy about that.
That's good.
Because I have like 5 more cans. Okay, I'm off to writing. Good luck, everyone. Okay. I feel like I didn't finish the scene, but I'm definitely getting over it. I'm just like, I'm gonna have to kind of step away from this and take a fresh look at it after I maybe let it play out in my head a little bit more.
Kind of sleep on it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was making notes, so I didn't get that much. I got, I think, 333 words.
339. So close.
Word count buddies.
How'd everybody else do? Is anyone else losing their seal? Oh yeah.
Okay. That's like such a good idea. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start
Yes.
saying my dialogue.
Yes. But I'm gonna like put on voices. Like I'm not just gonna mumble it. I'm just gonna straight up like
Go
act
all out and just you can put on a little like, like theater show for your pets.
yes. Does anybody else have a furry friend writing buddies? Because my cat, she's a nice, quiet writing partner. My dog likes to be the distraction and needs to play fetch whenever I'm like in the middle of typing.
My dog is looking at me because she's like, "Where's my dinner?" We'll get there. Promise. Promise.
Yeah. I fed my dog his dinner early and he usually doesn't eat it early, but I guess he got bored and he's like, fine, just eat it.
Okay. That was about how much I got too. It's pretty
Yeah.
similar. That's good. Yep.
The 300s club.
That's good. I love like, I don't know. There's certain chapters that I work on that's like I just like I don't know, I'm like not as into them if that makes sense. Like they're important, but I'm like, but I want to get to like the good stuff. I don't if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Do you ever find that it's kind of hard to like make your chapters like either long enough or not too long because of that?
I haven't really been worrying about that because I'm just gonna try like I break it up when it feels natural, and then I feel like I can go back and try to edit things if so that they're like more like the proper
Yeah.
length or whatever.
I
But
feel like I would definitely have like these awkward, like short chapters. If I was like bored with them, I'd be like, oh, I gotta get this in here, but I'm not excited about it. But there haven't like whenever you're reading a book that has kind of more like page breaks rather than full on chapter breaks. Those sometimes work. Like I don't always love them because they almost feel like an interruption, but I guess so would a chapter. So
I feel like
yeah,
I like using those when I'm like trying to kind of switch, like if there's like a time gap, but like still kind of like I still want it to be in the same chapter, if that makes sense.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like really condensed stories, so I don't usually have to run into them very often. But it's
Yeah.
definitely something that I think about. Nice.
Yeah. 1400, that's great. I want to check. I think
I know. I feel like I'm such a binge writer. I'm like, you know what? I didn't feel like doing anything today, and then like the next day, I'll be like, and now I'm just gonna write everything that I meant to write yesterday.
right. Oh my gosh. I got 2,259 for this whole session. So feeling pretty good. That's I don't know. Do you have a total, Jinx?
Uh, no, I'd have to like go back and add up, but I feel like it was probably. Did we do like 3 sessions?
Did we
Like,
do 4? I think we did 4.
okay,
Did we?
like I don't know, you
I
guys.
can't go.
It's been a day.
Thank you. Okay, let me my thing like updates so weird. It like will just show me all these comments like right like, I don't know. It's like such a lag. But I love I love that. It's a good way to end a chapter, I feel like.
Oh, I think I got. That seems right. Like 19, 22. sounds about right.
Solid work.
Yeah.
Yay. Awesome. Oh my gosh. I'm actually like, I'm so tired, but feeling good about this little session here.
Yeah,
So,
it's definitely fun, like knowing, like, you know, a lot of us are writing at the same time. Like, I don't know, it's just there's something more motivational about that. That whenever I'm just like by myself, I'm just like, oh, I have to do this because I'm like, you know, aiming to complete this project.
it's more
Versus like,
fun.
oh, that's cool. I'm glad we're all getting to do this together, and like I feel like I'm like, you know, part of a group. Like it's more, I feel more productive during these.
I feel like if I were to take breaks on my own, I would just stop. I'd be like, all right, time to go watch the Netflix, whatever. I'm done.
Yeah, definitely. I have been watching Dark because like season 3 just came out, but I have never watched it before. So like last week I basically watched season 1 like the last few days of last week, and then I've been watching season 2 this week, and I'm like I don't have time to watch it tonight, and I'm just like I'm thinking about it all the time.
Yeah, the obsession with some of these shows is real. That's how I was feeling about Roswell, New Mexico. Just watched both. They're like short seasons though, so I don't feel too bad for getting through 2 seasons.
Yeah, that's the same
Like,
with this one.
but then of course, I'm like rewatching it now because I don't know what else to watch. But I was reading this tweet that said that people with anxiety like to rewatch and like reread things because it's like something
Like
you like know it's gonna happen and you can kind of
comforting,
like
yeah.
control, and I don't know. So I was like, that's why I do that.
Yeah, I feel like I have been trying to, like, this show is kind of like a mystery, like suspense thriller sort of thing. So it's kind of giving me like at least the vibe of like what I'm writing to. So I'm like, it's research.
Right.
But really it's just kind of like, you know, creepy. And I'm like, it puts me in the mood to like kind of start like daydreaming about like what I'm writing and then, you know, maybe come up with an idea or two. But yeah, I don't know if anybody else listens or watches like music or shows that kind of correlate to their writing. You know, I feel like sometimes they could be inspiring. Other times they're just distracting.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like everything I'm watching is like not the same genre as what I'm writing, so it's like that's fine, whatever.
That's okay. I know I feel like a lot of my favorite like fantasy books that have been made into movies weren't necessarily done well, or like they didn't finish the series. They just like started the first one and then it was over.
Yeah.
So it's hard with fantasy. But there's a lot of good shows I feel like that are kind of like maybe too just because like people can do CGI much better now that they're like, let's get back to fantasy.
I tried to go back and watch the original Roswell show on Hulu, and I'm
Oh
like,
gosh.
oh
So bad.
god, like just like their like special effects and stuff. I'm just like, oh, this is so 90s. Like part of me loves it, but part of me is just like, I don't know if I can watch
You can't like quite get as into it. It's
it.
not as
Right.
believable.
Okay, I'm glad I'm
Well,
not the only one that that does that with their I just like I don't know, it's just like it's nice and comforting to have like when you already kind of know that you like the show, so you know, and then you know what's gonna happen. I don't know.
yeah.
Oh, all right.
Well,
So I think our plan is that we'll do and Jinx, you can totally like be like, no, that's not the plan. But
like, what are you talking about?
I think what we're gonna try and do is try to do these like every like twice a week, like once
Probably
during
need to because we're already like over a weekend. So yeah,
and then on
that
the
sounds
weekend too. And so we'll kind of probably we'll just like switch up like maybe like this week will be my channel and then this next week will be Jinx's channel and just kind of go from there and figure out. Hopefully it won't be as big of a hot mess next time because we know how to do most of it. So
right. Yeah, and we've
try
got like
and
this awkward July where like we started it in the middle of the week and then it ends on a Friday, and it's like really we couldn't have gotten like at least Saturday into
right.
July's camp, but
Yeah.
that's okay. We're gonna work with what we've got.
Cool. I think so. I think we're gonna try and do this Sunday. I mean, we can figure it out later, but I think we're gonna try and do Sunday. But we'll keep in mind that a lot of you guys are on the East Coast, so
Not too late.
not too late.
We'll be starting this at 10:30 p.m. Just kidding. I'm already asleep by then.
Me too. Unless I'm up writing, which also has been happening a lot. So.
Just like post it from like a book lamp by your bed. Everyone.
Okay. So
yeah, this was great. I got a lot in and I still have time to maybe heat up a little bit of dinner before my film club and let my dog out. So yeah, this was great. Thanks everybody for joining. It was nice chatting with everyone, and you guys can all hop on Discord to keep us updated throughout the week. And I think too, like the Nano group, not everyone that's in the Nano group is on Discord, so it's kind of I've been trying to update both places just so that everyone.
Yeah, we'll keep trying to update both places, and yeah, I don't know. Everyone should join the Discord, I think, because then we can chat more. I feel like it's hard in the Nano group because just like the way that it's set up, I don't know, but
right, it's like kind of like one really long like group text message, or it's like a little more difficult to navigate, but yeah, still a good place to see everyone's kind of like Nano site updates and badges and stuff, which I think what I'll do probably, because I have been writing so much by hand, is that I'll probably transcribe that into Scrivener. That way I can get a better word count and maybe finally update my word count.
Yes, you need to update it. Okay. So I think what's our Nano group called?
Group is writers and author tubers, but it has, I think it's like, let us know your Nano name and then we can invite you to join. There's still like 4 spots left. So yeah, if you know, whoever's in the chat isn't on Nano's website, like in our group yet, we've got 4 spots left.
Yeah, and then also the Discord, if you want to join, that's linked in the description too. So.
And then there you can do like sprints anytime. Like there's a bot that can just let you start a sprint. So whoever else is online, it's kind of more like of the moment, a little more spontaneous.
Yeah. And everyone can feel free to like kick those off, and I'll try to like facilitate some of them too, just in case people don't like feel comfortable off the bat doing that. But yeah, just you know, you can kind of just ping the channel and see who else is there. But
yeah, I think tomorrow will be a good day for me because I tried to leave tomorrow pretty clear because this week's been really busy. It felt like in like the early half of the week, and so I was like, I just need like my own little evening. Friday night is that night.
Yeah, so I should be able to do some writing sprints tomorrow after I get done with work. But so yeah, and then it looks like we'll add you guys to the Nano group, unless Jinx, are you doing that right now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So on top of it, yay. Love it. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining. This was really fun. I'm glad that I always like have a fear that like no one's gonna join in, but
yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah. All right.
I love the uncouth username.
It's a good username.
Okay. There were a lot of results though, so if you don't get the invite, you can, I guess, like let us know in Discord or something. I sent someone an invite. Hopefully that was you. Cool. We got 2 spots left.
So, yay. Sweet. Okay. All right. So it's almost 6:15, so I think we'll go ahead and end this because Jinx gotta run. But we will see you all in the next one. And if you happen to be watching this like as a replay, like any future people that are watching this, thanks for watching. And yeah, we'll be back hopefully on Sunday with another one. So yay!
Awesome. All right. Bye everybody.
Bye guys.